Chairperson, racism has existed throughout human history, often providing justification for one group's dominance over another, as it happened during apartheid in this country. Most people, even if they do not approve of overt racism, will nevertheless have some kind of prejudice against another group of people. These prejudices, especially if unchecked, often lead to hurt, anger, and even violence at both personal and societal levels. Racism is hurtful, and its effects are devastating. That is why we must fight it whenever it raises its ugly head. As we try to address and confront racism, it is important that we should be honest with ourselves and not be too quick to point fingers without first looking at our own hearts. We should avoid applying double standards if we want to truly, effectively address this issue. Speaker, whenever racism is mentioned in our country, most people seem to think it is a white against black problem. But when a black person makes racially charged statements about other races, particularly whites, they don't consider that as being racist. For example, calls and threats to kill all whites, as some have made, are racist and should also be strongly condemned. If we as black people are not dismayed when hateful and disparaging remarks are made against whites, coloreds, Indians, and vice versa, then we are biased and harbor racism in our hearts. If this attitude is not corrected, then it will continue to entrench racist stereotypes in us and keep South Africans divided. We owe it to ourselves and our children to fight racism in all its forms and fight for a just society which encourages equal opportunities for all. The ACDP calls on members of parliament to choose to be peacemakers and ministers of reconciliation who will be able to diffuse volatile situations whenever they see trouble looming. We should not be instigators and stirrers of trouble and racial hatred in our country, but we must be peacemakers. I remain convinced, Chairperson, that all race groups in our country need each other to make progress and improve our economy, create jobs, narrow inequality gap, and turn this beautiful country into a model of reconciliation, peace, and prosperity, where respect for God, for one another, and for prosperity and property becomes the hallmark of our legacy. I would like to remind members of this House and all South Africans of my recent recommendation to take lessons from the piano. The piano is an instrument that has both black and white keys, which are mutually dependent. And to fully enjoy the true potential of its soothing, sweet melodies, one must use all the keys, black and white. A new sound should emerge from South Africa, a sound that resonates with harmony and brings unity and peace as people from different races stand together and united under God. Thank you.
Thank you.